Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. Well, I guess if somebody says make a typical movement, it's this one for me, drinking my coffee in the evening. Hi, guys. So I should put that to the side. Thank you for joining me. My name is Angela, and I am the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a primary retailer for Dixievel over here in Frankfurt in Germany. So welcome, welcome. Hi, Angelica. Hi, Anne. Hi, Nina. Nice to see you all, guys. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining me. So, guys, if you join me, just let me know where you're watching from. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. I will try to answer that straight away. FB is lately a little strange. I'm not seeing all the comments, but maybe repost and I come back later and check for them also. Hi, Dixievel. Thank you for having me tonight. Hi, Kim. So last touches to this piece is like this tall boy we've been painting with quite some colors and stuff like that. Hi, Cheryl. And tonight there's going to be the finishing touches. Nina, you're going to like that because I'm going to show you also how you can get like sticky draws to work. Hi, Manchets. So we're going to work with Big Mama's butter. We're going to work with Best Dang Wax. Question for you. What color of Best Dang Wax do you think we're going to put onto this piece? I'm going to drop you down so you can see all the colors on there. So this is like from caviar to gravel road to French linen to drop cloth and a little bit of fluff. Moonshine metallics and caviar are the stripes. So those are the colors in there. And the draws, because they have like those nice shapes, I want to enhance them a little bit, and I'm going to use Best Dang Wax. So just let me know which color of Best Dang Wax do you know. Just firstly let me know if you know all the colors from the Best Dang Waxes from Dixievel. So write it in the comments. I want to know if you know. Okay, guys. So let's go. If you have sticky draws, firstly, I finish off my pieces from the inside with Big Mama's butter. Firstly, it nourishes the wood, and it comes in nice scents. I'm using Suzanne's Garden. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Monica. No idea, Nina. Okay. It comes in Suzanne's Garden, which is a nice flowery scent. It comes in Orange Grove, which is like perfect for Christmas time, I think. And it comes in unscented, which is perfect for make your own scents. Big Mama's butter is oil based. So if you haven't got your piece finished, make sure that you're not touching it with the butter unless it's completely finished, you know? So. But we are going to work with it on the inside. That's what I do when I work on my pieces. I like to make them nice and smell nice and look nice from the inside. This piece has been painted beforehand from the inside in, well, it's almost just like a wash. We're not doing the whole piece. We're just doing preparing some of the areas. So what I do, Big Mama's butter is like natural. It's got like all natural oils in there and stuff like that. So, and if you make your own scents, you should go to Krista Barrera from Litter to Glitter. She's got like a list of essential oils you can use with it. So I am applying Big Mama's butter. You can apply it with a cloth. This is totally up to you. Hi, Adrienne. Hi, Bianca. Hi, Patricia. Hi, guys. It's great that you joined me. So let's see. Let's say hello to some people on Instagram, because Instagram is running also. This smells absolutely lovely. I'm sorry, I can't send the smell over to you. So, but anyhow, I'm going to nourish a piece from the inside, especially. You won't see that much there, but I can show you nicely that if you can seal your paints also with the Big Mama's butter, but you obviously have to be a little careful if you have like lighter colors. You can see that now nicely when I work on the inside here, because there's some white, it's been white in there. and it will change the color a little bit. I don't mind inside because it's on the inside, but when you work outside, you should check beforehand if it will change your paint. And you basically, I like to work with a brush. As I said, you can use a cloth, and I'm using the Bell brush from Dixie Bell, which well, it's got like nice firm bristles, so you can work it nicely into the wood. And then I'm just going all around the wood. I'm going to apply one coat. I'm just going to do the top part with you because I basically just want to show you how you can do it. I think, well, I'll leave the sign up there for now. It's wobbling around. It falls down, it falls down. Work it nicely in there, and then you let it sit for about 20 minutes. And I'm going to do that all the way around. It gives your piece a nice smell. Obviously the smell will wear off after a while, but for now this piece smells nicely. And your wood is getting like a nice nourished touch. As I said, this is painted, but this is like also like a porous paint. So the wood is pretty open. So those are on the sides here are the sliders of the drawers. So I'm going to put loads of butter on there also, just to nourish that a little. And here. So I'm not worried about this area because the drawer is not really sitting on it. I'm just going to do that on both sides basically. Work it nicely in there. And do the same thing as this one here. That it's nicely covered. And you can see with that brush I can get like pretty good around all those areas and move it nicely into that into those sliders. And those sliders, they are really rough, and those drawers have been like pretty difficult to take in and out. And when I get that piece to my customer, I want it to work nicely. So work up to here for now. That's all I want to show you. I had to repair one of those sliders, which was like totally off. I made a new one basically. I do the same thing on the drawers if they are wood. Those ones up here, they are not real wood. I thought they are, but they are not. Hi Michelle, thank you for joining me. So, but the drawers, like the back is like wood. So I do the same thing. Just apply the Big Mama's butter. This is basically just like a nice finish. When you have some real wood, you can really see the how the wood nourishes. And this is basically nice to get it like finished, so to say. So just need to do the back. You can do, no, this is not, that's not real wood. Still, you could put it on there and you wipe it off later anyway. This is basically also helping it to slide, but you're going to take it off anyway. So do that with the other drawer also. So when you apply the first coat, you let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. This is what I'm going to do now. I'll put those to the side and I'll let those sit. So I'm going to go to the next step with you. I'm just closing up my jar of the Big Mama's butter. I'll let that sit. We have enough time. Come back to that later. So this is like the start of it. And let's see if I have any questions. If you have, well, I mean, if you have some porous paint like the chalk mineral paints, it'll sink into the paint. If you have like, this is like, it's more like a wash. It's not completely painted. It's more like a wash on there. So the butter can basically go through that like little bit of paint through to the wood. So that works nicely. If it's like completely covered and you have top coats on there and stuff like that, it's no point in doing it. So, but like this, this is only, you can hear it. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, you know. This is like very open porous. Hi, Renata. Hi, Christy. Hi, Amy. So let's see. Cherry, do you apply paint with a brush on the insides? I actually, it depends in which state this piece is. I normally don't if it's if it looks nicely. If it's like pretty worn out, I sometimes do it. But this piece already was like this, so this wasn't done by me. I just had to fix like some areas where I put another one of those slides in. So I had to fix these areas where I put those in. But apart from that, this piece came like that. I wouldn't have painted it from the inside normally. You know, if it looks nice, there's no point in doing it. Okay. I've got to catch my breath. I'm talking so quick. I'm not used to that. Okay. Best Dang Wax on the outside of the drawers. I'm going to get you a little closer and a little further down, so you can see that a little better. We move down to the next drawer. Hang on. Instagram first, because I want to enhance a little bit of those areas of those drawers. And as I said, guys, those are now the finishing touches to the piece, and after that, this is ready to go out to the customer. So those drawers, you can see there's like some nicely, you know, it's nicely shaped. I could do it with some, you know, some gilt wax or something like that, but I don't want to put on there too much. So I'm basically using just some of the colored waxes from Dixie Belle to do those areas. Dixie Belle colored waxes, they have black, they have white, they have brown, and they have grunge gray. And grunge gray, I feel, is one of the colors which is very, very beautiful. Oh, hi to the Netherlands. Hi, Kathleen. So, hi, Becky. There's loads of people from here over here also. That's great. Grunge gray is, for me, is a very beautiful as well. It's like, it's grunge gray, you know, it's gray. And all the waxes, the Best Dang Waxes by Dixie Belle, and also the Easy Peasy Spray Wax, they are water-based, which means that you could, at the end, paint over it if you wanted to. So, if I work with colored waxes, because I like to control what I'm doing, the chalk mineral paints by Dixie Belle, they are open pores. So when you put something on top, like a wax or something like that, it grabs onto it and likes to, you know, to hold onto it. And then it's pretty difficult to control it. So what I do, I either use some clear wax. You can use the Best Dang Wax in clear to seal it off a little. You can use the Easy Peasy Spray Wax, which is also water-based, to seal it off a little, you know, because with both of those you can seal your piece, and it helps the it helps to, well, make the surface a little smoother, and so you can control the wax a little easier. So what I've done, what you also can do, and that's what I've done, I've put already a coat of the top coat in flat on there from Dixie Belle, which is also water-based. And so therefore I sealed it already with that. I like to do that. I use it a lot. The best thing I'm saying, the top coat in flat, because it keeps the flat finish of the paints, you know. And so therefore, that's what I like, and that's what I want to have that piece in. The top coats also come in satin and in gloss. You could also use those, obviously, because every one of those things, they do seal the paints basically off. Okay, so let's see. I've got my Best Dang Wax in grunge gray. I've got the French tip brush from Dixie Belle. That's what I like to use for it. And I keep, you know, for all the colored waxes and stuff like that, and also for the Big Mama's butter, I keep one brush because I don't clean them out. You know, they can basically stay like that. I make sure that like most of the product is like put on the piece and go from there. And I also need, what a surprise, I forgot to bring something. I need a clean cloth to wipe it back after I put it on. So when you work with colored waxes, so that's basically what I'm going to show you now on those drawers. I'm going to dip my French tip brush into the Best Dang Wax. I grab the lid and I'm going to work it a little into the brush itself first, because I don't want to have like lumps at the end. I just want to have like a nice coverage of this, of the Best Dang Wax on the piece. So, and then I'm going to go around the whole, continue that around the whole drawer. I'm going to take that a little out. You can see how sticky they are. This is, you almost like tilt the whole thing over. So do the same thing when I grab some more wax. You can work generous, you know, depends also here what look you're going for, but we're going to wipe it back anyway. So I'm going to get that nicely in all those detailed areas. So okay. So with this drawer, this is pretty much alike because here is like the mixture of the French linen and the gravel road. But when we come up to the lighter one, we will see that more. So this is now nicely on there. Now I'm going to grab my, don't let it sit too long, you know, don't put it on and then whatever, you know, go out for shopping or something like that. I would take the Best Dang Wax basically off straight away, because it is going to harden and you won't get it off afterwards. So now you just wipe it back. I wanted to stay just in those, so you can see it comes off with the cloth. I want it to stay in those areas of those corners and edges. Just like a little. I don't want to have it like completely. There's like enough colors on there. This is basically just like a little finish of the whole piece, so to say. So, and if there's still a little too much on here, like there, as it is already sealed, you could grab yourself like a baby wipe or something And you can take those areas off and clean those off a little, as we only want to have it in those curves, just like that. It's like it gets like a tiny little bit of a shadow around the edges. So that's the intention. You can take it off with a baby wipe, as the wax is water based. So just clean that off. That's perfect. And then we can just gonna do the draw underneath, so because that's a little darker, so you can see a little better there. Hang on. Facebook is gonna go flying. So you can see that. It's not that easy with a tall piece like this. Okay, do the same thing. And I'm always working in sections when I work with colored waxes. I'm not like, you know, doing the whole piece and then taking it back. I always work in sections. So same thing. And now you're going to see it a little nicer. There's like a little more contrast on this one, from the best Dang Wax to the paint color. Still, I'm applying it pretty generous. Now always mix it in my lid because I don't want to have any lumps. Apply generous because I'm going to take it back. And as I said, this piece is like sealed in it's the top coat in flat by Dixie Belle. So I hope you can see everything what I'm doing here. I'm pretty good usually at sticking my head in the way or something like that. Looks a complete mess. A little more down there. And if you've taken off too much for your taste, you can basically reapply it. You know, again, now I take my cloth and I wipe it back because I want to have it only stay in those low areas. As I said, also don't leave it on there too long because the best Dang Wax is actually going to dry, and then you have problems to move it and to take it off. So that's how we work our way around. And this is only just to give it like a little bit extra. I don't want it to be like a complete or too much, so to say. There's like loads of things going on that piece. We have this the ombre going down from the bottom to the top. We have the rust effect we've applied to the bottom of the piece. We have the woody bands we applied on the top drawer. We have the stencil we've applied on the side. So this is basically just like to give it this this little extra touch. So you can see the difference now, I guess. Thank you, Dixie Belle. So, thank you. Yes, I think the grunge gray is like the child which isn't used a lot, so I quite like it. So I thought this is going to be perfect for this piece, and this just like gives it like a little difference. Okay, let's see the time. The Big Mama's butter is on there now long enough. I'll bring you back up. And I'm going to show you what we're doing to the drawers now to make them nice and slippery. So, nice and slippery. Get Instagram up also, sorry. So we've applied the Big Mama's butter on there with brush. As I said, you can apply it also with a cloth or something like that. It works perfect. And now I'm going to get the finishing pad from Dixie Belle to basically move it in there a little more. It looks already pretty worn. I keep one just for the Big Mama's butter. So if it looks like this, you can cut it off because it is, if I find some scissors, yeah, here they are. You can easily cut it off and use the rest. Or you use like this little piece if you want to go around little areas I'm going to show you. Because what I do with that, this is such a versatile product also. Let's see. Instagram, I'm going to get you a little more over to this area. Sorry. So you can see what I'm doing. It's not that easy to control all the cameras down here. So if you're on your own, you have to do that. So, but this is going to go. Okay. Yeah, I think now you can see. So what I do with the finishing pad, I go nicely. I'm going to take that side down now because I can see that drop down. I'm just going to go around it now and move it. You know, also on those areas I've already applied it. You know, I'm just going to go in there and buff it in. But especially around those areas where the drawers around the lighters. I'm really going to move it in there. Work it hard. To make sure that all the butter is soaking in. And I can already see that it's soaked in pretty much. So you can take it off if there's like excess on the surface. You can take it off with a cloth. But apart from that, I really want to work that into those, especially the sliders. This is the reason, you know, my finishing pad looks like pretty worn because I really work it on here. And the finishing pad is just like a very, very fine, yeah, it's for buffing and stuff like that. You can also use it for finishing off your transfers. Works nicely with that also. So this is a bit work for your muscles, but when you go over it then, this was very rough before. This gets a lot softer now. The top one is very smooth from the feeling. So as I said, move around the back just to work it in. You can use a cloth also, but if you want to make the surface smooth, you can use that. Do the other side before we put the drawers in. Go over here a little. And as I said, if you haven't finished like off the front or something like that, make sure that you're not like getting the butter as it is water based onto those. So what I usually do, especially with the drawers, I put a second coat on afterwards and do the same thing. Let it soak, and then I work it in like this and go from there. So can feel while you're working that the surface is getting a little smoother. Not only a little, it gets a lot smoother. Hello, Mansoor. So, there we go. Come on. Now I'm just going to show you. You see what it looks like now. But this is nicely when you cut it off, you know, you can work it nicely in those areas. So, I'm going to grab my drawer now. Put that back in. So, what a hell of a difference. This was sticking like, you know, like hell before. So this is now much easier to move. This was only one coat, you know. This was only one coat now. If I was to do a second coat, which I will do later, off camera basically, and the top one also. I mean, who followed it, you know, whenever you see how slippery those drawers are now. Whenever I was working that the drawers, this was like just like almost ripping the whole piece over. Okay, this is that. We're going to put some more wax on the top drawer now. You're going to see also how nicely the grunge gray is working with the drop cloth and the French linen, which obviously gets much lighter towards the top. Just to show you the difference. I'm gonna see if Instagram can see also. So do the same thing. I'm just going to go a little back. Always looks a mess when you apply it. So this time I forgot, because I was talking, I forgot to work it a little more into my brush. There's like little lumps on there, but as I said, do as I say, not as I do. So Nina, I hope that it's giving you some idea when you are struggling with your drawers. Just use some Big Mama's butter. So as I said, work in sections. So here I'm working with like one drawer at a time. Not more, because I want to control the wax, and when it is dried, it's pretty difficult to get it back off. So this makes your own life easier if you work in sections. Make sure I have all the areas. That's the reason also why I like to work with the French tip brush, because it really gets into the corners. So, finish. No, not finished. I'm going to take it back off. Okay, get my clean cloth, clean and lint-free. Yes, Donna, that stuff is absolutely a miracle product. Yours did that before. Okay, so take it back. Pretty much straight away. So this is scrunching up obviously the lighter area more than the darker areas. And when it comes down to the caviar at the bottom, you will see a little more also. I'm going to do that with the German in German on Thursday, so that they basically get an idea also. So okay. nice touch. So this is still too much for me. I don't want to have that much on there. Maybe you like it, I don't. So I grab a baby wipe now, and I'm gonna go over it again in those areas where it's just too much for my taste, and I can take it easily off. And this is because I have sealed that beforehand. In this case, I've used the top coat in flat from Dixie Belle, which gives it that flat finish, but the surface is sealed pretty smooth. And if you've taken off too much, you can add some more wax if you want to. But like this, you can control it nicely and go wherever you want to go. So now at last, down there, it gives like the drawers a complete new look. You can see like more those, you know, edges and stuff like that, which have been like pretty blended in. So you love my videos, that's sweet. Thank you, Donna. Okay. That, got it on my fingers. As I said, just don't let it sit, otherwise it's difficult to control. If you want to grunge like in the corners, you can do that. I don't, so I'm cleaning them off pretty much. Okay, that's it. So for the top, we have a new miracle product by Dixie Belle. The mousse is loose around the hoose. we have the what did I apply? This is what I just applied is the best Dang Wax in grunge gray. I did. So Cheryl, you can watch the replay if you want to. There's it's going to be up later. So but the hardware is like not golden, the hardware is not silver. This is more like the moonshine metallic type, which is going to go back on there on this piece. So therefore I've used the moonshine metallic and steel magnolia on the sides, and now I'm going to make a mixture of those two because, you know, they are obviously both water-based. Dankeschön, Axel. Dankeschön. So I'm just going to close that up. Okay, so I'm just going to mix those. I've just got like this tiny little jar I've brought with me. See if Instagram can see also. I've got this tiny little jar, and I'm going to use some spatulas. I'm just firstly going to mix those up. That's what they look like. Those gemstone mousses, they are, so if this one, the silver one, is pretty liquidy. I'm going to see when I open up I'm just going to put in here a tiny little bit because I don't need much. Just like a little in there. And then I'm going to use the golden one, which is, as you can see, is a little more solid. Those differences in this product is basically because they're like actual metal bits in here, and as they have like different what's it called in English? Well, they have different weights, so to say, and to get the weight which is supposed to in there, the basically the structure or the varies a little bit from one color to the next, but this is no problem. If it's too liquidy for you, you can leave the jar open so it thickens up a little bit. If it's too runny for you, you can basically keep the golden gems a little cleaner. If it's too thick for you, you can put some water to it. So now I'm going to mix it up to make my steel magnolia in the mousses. And you can apply those in a solid coat if you want to, and you can use those like need a little more of the golden gem. I think this is still pretty silvery, so I'm gonna grab a little more of that product. Yeah, as I said, you can basically paint with it like a solid coat, and you can use it like a gilding wax to enhance certain areas. So you can see the silver, the diamond, it's a color diamond, is pretty brightening up the golden gem. I have to look, those colors are new to me, so those are tongue breakers. So, guys, if you haven't done it yet, I would highly appreciate if you pop over to my page and leave me a like there. Still a little more. So this, I'm just doing that to my own taste, how I like to have it. And as you know, there's like, that's a nice thing about all the products from Dixie Belle. You can basically, yes, now that's coming now close. That's now coming close. So just a tiny little more, and then we are good. Then we are good. And this is now not silver and it's not gold. It is basically steel magnolia in the mousse. So this gives you, you know, this opens up to you another world. Basically, you can apply it with a brush. You can apply it with your fingers. I'm just going to use my fingers because I just want to just put like a little on there. You can see it really is like blinding the camera. And then I'm just gonna go over those areas of this woody bands up here. You can see how this tiny little bit, how far that goes. I'm always wiping it off so that there's just like a tiny little on my fingers. I'm gonna go over it just like this. That's it. Just to give this one a little bit of enhancement. And I'm going to show you what it looks like then when you put the hardware on. Hang on, I've got to find the knob. There's the knob. I had to get a new screw for this knob because thank you, Dixie Belle. This is really enhancing it now because this woody band is like further down than the original hole was. The hole was filled with the Dixie mud, so you can't see from the inside. And this is pretty thick, this piece. So I drilled a hole in this woody band. So now we have this here. So that's what it's going to be like. Thank you, Donna. So this is then basically the finished product. You could even go a little around those edges with the mousse. to blend that in. That's basically what it's going to be like. Okay, guys. So I think I showed you quite a lot tonight. I'm just going to get that piece a little further back so I can talk to you a little better. No, I'm not going to get that further back. I'm going to get you a little further back. Sorry, I'm going to get flying again. So, and this is then the end of that piece. Next week, we're going to start with a new project, which I don't know yet, which is what it is going to be. If anybody wants to have a custom project, just let me know. I'm open to everything. And tonight, we've used the Big Mama's butter to make the drawers nice. And I'm going to make sure I'm not having like the things on mine. You can see that this is now working nice and easy. Also this one, you know, this was like very sticky before. I'm going to do a second coat. Oh, it smells so nice. You can't smell it, I'm sorry, but this is such a beautiful smell. So we've, as I said, we've done the Big Mama's butter on the drawers and on the inside of the piece. We've done the best Dang Wax just to enhance like those fronts a little bit. You know, and also now when we have those, this hardware on here, which is quite cute, I think. I didn't want to change it. I think this is just like giving it like this perfect, it suits the piece nicely. I just cleaned those off with the red pads. The red pads, yeah. They're also by Dixie Belle. And we've mixed mousses. We mixed the gemstone mousses by Dixie Belle. We mixed the golden gem with the diamond, which is like gold and silver, just to make our custom color, so to say, which is like matching the hardware and the stenciling on the sides, where we've used the one of the new stencils from Dixie Belle, and the pictures are gonna come soon. So I'm gonna just show you quickly on the side, so you can see the stencil a little bit. This was like the stenciling we've done. So this piece is now finished. I hope the customer is going to like it where it's going. And I thank you so much for joining me, guys. My name is Angela. I am the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden, premier retailer for Dixie Belle over here in Frankfurt in Germany. It is 10 to p.m. here, so wherever you're watching from, if you watch replay, put hashtag replay into the comments and let me know where you watch from. I'm wishing you a great day, a great afternoon, a great evening. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, leave a like on this video, pass it along to your friends. Go over to my page, leave me a like there, and I'll see you next week. You guys stay healthy. Nina, good night, and thank you so much for being with me. 4 p.m. Okay. Bye-bye, Instagram. Bye, guys.